Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Brew Time. It's that time again. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and we're here together. Thank you for being here with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If it is your first time, welcome to Morning Brew Time. This is where we come together. We bring our coffee. I have mine. Juice, water, tea, whatever you're wanting to sip on as we brew on the subject matter at hand. And today is the fourth Sunday, and on fourth Sundays, we speak to our men. We want to speak things that lift up our men, that feed into them and help them in their life journey. And I believe that it was placed on my heart to say some things that would help you, my brothers. So, guys, this is your time. Tell your friends about it, share with them. This is just something that I believe that we can do together where we help to lift you up, okay? So I try to think about and really sense what would be good for you, speaking into your life, and subject matters I believe would interest you, and subject matters that you care about. So this is why we have brews that lift him up. Brews to uplift you, okay? So my brothers, listen up. We have something especially for you this Sunday, okay? And this is every fourth Sunday. Every fourth Sunday. If you go back to last month, that fourth Sunday, you would hear some information that would help you, and we talked through some things. And this one, I believe, is going to help you also, hopefully. It is a subject matter that some men find uncomfortable, and hopefully I'm going to give you some information and give you some thoughts that may help you or help change your perspective regarding the subject matter. Okay? So, now, I don't want to miss anything. I have some information here that I'm going to share. I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to put on my glasses. Yes. So, and forgive me if there's glare. I'm sorry. I try to make sure that there isn't, but sometimes I might get glare in there. So I just want you guys to know that I care about you. We are thinking about you. Your community is thinking about you. You are on our hearts, and we are praying for you. So you're not alone in this world, in this journey. And so I hope that on Morning Brew Time, you feel that, okay? So guys, men, who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? We're going to brew on that today. I know that men are taught to be tough, and you're taught to get out there and grind, right? But here's the truth. Real strength isn't about hiding your feelings or carrying the load alone. I don't want you to feel like because you're getting your grind on, which we applaud it, but I want you to understand that even in that, you don't have to carry those things that matter to you, that those loads that weigh you down, you don't have to carry that alone. Things that you're thinking about, you care about, taking care of yourself, your family, your jobs, your career. There's a lot going on in life, so knowing that you're facing yourself, but I want you to be able to face things with courage, okay? To keep that courage going on. It's about knowing when to step up, which you all are really great at doing. You can be good at stepping up to the plate, right? But you also got to know when to reach out. You got to know when to reach out. Like, I got some things I need to get off my chest. I got some thoughts here that I need to get out. I need to find the words to get out. So, we're talking about talking to a professional. Either it could be a life coach, it could be a business coach, it could be a therapist. But know that needing someone, a professional help, which most of us do, we really do, everybody really, professional help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's a strategic move for you, okay? When you say, hey, I need to talk to somebody to help me get my thoughts together, it is no weakness. It's wisdom. It's a strategic move. It's saying, I am serious about my life and I'm serious about growing. Okay? Men, you don't have to carry it alone. Let me tell you what a coach or a therapist does. A coach is there to give you clarity. Okay? And a therapist helps you to heal. Sometimes things have happened in our life that hurt us. Some of those things we can get over, right? We can shrug it off. And some things that they just keep coming back, right? You keep feeling that pain again. You need somebody to help you work through it. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. What these two can do for you, being a coach, a life coach, or a therapist, both help unlock a version of you that's stronger and that's wiser. And it causes you to create a more impactful life. More impactful life. Okay? I ask that you will just be open to hear something different, to see something in a different light today. Men, you were built for greatness. We know this. But greatness doesn't happen in isolation. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Think about it. Any great corporation, any business that started and it grows into a big corporation, they don't start by themselves. They don't do it by themselves. They don't try to do it by themselves. They know they need other people. And that's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. Get a coach or therapist in your corner. They are there to help you. Again, like I said, to bring clarity to your thoughts. So, I have a list here of things that I believe will help give clarity to you in where you are. And, some of you may be doing it already, which is awesome. But some of our men, I understand, you're like, hey, I talked to my dad. I talked to my brother, my friend, my mom, I got somebody to talk to, which is great. Don't stop that. But when you have a professional in your corner, they're not there to give you, tell you what to do, but they're there to be that sounding board and to help guide you into, like I said, growing and becoming more of the person that you want to be. Okay? So men, here we go. Let's brew on this matter. And before we do, I have to have my coffee. There's a moment where we just got to sit back and sip. So here we go. I have my coffee I love, and I have my favorite cup. Here we go. Still nice and hot. That's why I love this cup. I don't know if you all know this, but this cup, I've had it for some years now, and I've put my coffee in it for years. It keeps it so hot and warm. Even if it's not hot, but an hour later, it's still that nice warmness. I don't like when my coffee gets cold and I feel like I need to drink it up in 5 minutes. I don't like that. I truly like to just sip on it. So let me get one more sip and we're going to go through some more information, okay? It's so good. Okay. So we're going to go through some information, guys. You might want to jot it down, or you can listen to this again later. Again, I want to say thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. It takes courage sometimes, some subject matters to listen to and to consider. So hopefully I am going to share information that gives you a different perspective or shed some light on talking to somebody that is a life coach or a therapist. All right? Because they are very, very helpful. And that's why we have this brew time for you. Here's why a coach or therapist is in your corner. You deserve a space where you don't have to feel like you got to man up. You can just be yourself. You can just be real. I understand that this world sometimes can put the pressure on our men to feel like they got to man up. Be strong. Don't show all this emotion. And you all, because of that pressure, you just have so many things built up. Things you may not even realize are there. Another thing, you need someone who calls out your blind spots, not just somebody who agrees with you. Ooh, that's strong. That's powerful. You need someone who's going to call out your blind spots. You know what that is? When I think about driving a car, I think about you can look out the front window, right? You can see that. And you can look in the rearview mirror. You can see the back, right? But there are parts of the car when you're driving you can't see. And that's why we have the side mirrors, right? Those side mirrors. So you can look at those side mirrors as your coach or your therapist. Those side mirrors, what do? I use them all the time. I use them. They're very helpful. I don't know if everybody does, but I use them because the blind spot, the mirrors, they give light to the blind spot. Things that you don't see, things you can't see, things you're not aware of, right? The side mirrors, they give light to the things that you don't see, things that you're not aware of. You know, while we're busy looking out the front window, like looking at where we're going, right? Looking at our future, or maybe the rearview mirror where we're looking at our past, reviewing what's in the past. But those side mirrors are very, very important because they will show you what you're not aware of. They will show you your blind spots. And that's the importance. That's one of the important things about having a life coach or a therapist. Emotions are not weakness. They are fuel when you know how to use them and how to direct them. The reason I have this here is because sometimes when you hear man up, be strong, you may feel like you can't show your emotion. Like there's a part of you can't be, right? That if you show that part, somebody's going to judge you or misjudge you because you're showing your emotion. You're showing how you feel about something. Okay, so I want you to know that emotion is not a weakness, but knowing how to use your emotions and how to direct them so that it's a more positive in your life, it's important to know how to do that. A clear mind builds an unstoppable life. A clear mind. Remember I said that they can bring clarity. You see the vision and you make the right moves. Clarity. A clear mind, right? It can build an unstoppable life. Men. Strong men aren't born. They're built through self-mastery and real connection. Okay? Self-mastery, working on yourself, right? It doesn't just happen. You see somebody and you're like, wow, they really got it together. They're strong. They're growing. Their life is where it looks like it's where it should be. This person has worked on themselves. They've done personal development. They have gotten into things to create personal growth. It doesn't just happen. Okay? Pressure. Let's talk about that. Pressure is a part of life. We all know that. We all experience it. It is not anything new. You expect it. Pressure is a part of life. Having a professional will help you learn how to master and drown in it. And not drown in the pressure. You master it. You don't give up. Because sometimes pressure can do that, right? Especially if you're trying something new. Or let's just say you're trying it again. Because I do encourage that now. And something didn't work out and you really believe you should do it. learn from it, and try it again. But sometimes pressure has a way of making you want to give up. Sometimes you do feel like you're drowning in it, right? But a professional will help you. They will help you to ride those waves, right? You'll know how to ride them when that pressure comes. Another reason that a life coach and professional therapist are important for your life is that they work as your accountability partner. Without accountability, sometimes your dreams can die. You may think to yourself, that didn't work before. Maybe you needed somebody to keep you accountable. They help your dreams to thrive and to live when you have an accountability partner. Confidence isn't given. It's forged. Confidence isn't given. It's forged. You build it when you do the inner work. That's what I mean by personal development. Seeking out different activities that build your personal growth, personal development. And it begins to build your confidence in who you are and what you can do. Yes. This is important. You are not, listen up, you are not your past. You're not your past. That's something for you to really meditate on. Yes, maybe there are things that you didn't become. I have seen people remind people, hey, I remember you used to play ball in high school. Or man, you were voted the most to succeed in your senior class, or things people will remind you, right? And that can be like these darts hitting you in your heart, hitting you in your emotions. People will do things like that. But remember, you are not your past. You get to create the person you want to be, not what others people say. Yeah, okay, you were talented in high school and college. Great. Wonderful. But you get to create your life now. You're not the same person. Sometimes people want to keep you back there. They really do, for whatever their reason is, right? But you let that be their reason. But it's not yours. You are who you decide to be. Your life is what you decide it's going to be, not other people. Who cares what they thought, right? Their focus needs to be on them. Ask them, what are they doing now? Right? People will do those sort of things to you. But my brothers, you're not your past. And a life coach and a therapist will help you figure out the path that you want to take. They will help you with accountability. That accountability will help you actually manifest what you're wanting in your life. Personal growth. seeking out activities that will help you grow and working on that inner man, right? Becoming a better version of yourself. But again, you don't have to do it by yourself. There is someone to talk to. There is someone there to help you without having any biases or having any judgment. Friends and family are awesome to have in your corner, and they're awesome to be able to talk to. But many times, they're going to have their biases. Many times, sometimes they have their own blind spots about you. You know, they may not tell you what you need or may not know what to say. Then you're going to have some that judge you, right? They look at you, you should have been doing this, you should have done that, you should have, you know. But with professional help, this means that you're wiser and that you're serious about your growth and you're serious about your life. This is your life, your legacy. Own your power. Own your purpose. And be proud. Be proud. I'm going to say that again. This is your life. This is your legacy. Own your power, my brothers. Own your own purpose. And be proud. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of it. Thank you so much for being with me, listening, and I hope that I have shared information with you that will help you just think about a little differently about talking to someone who is professional. Remember, there is no judgment there. There's a safe space for you to just be real. And they're going to give you clarity. They're going to hold you accountable and help you make those steps and decisions you need to make in life so that you can be impactful and so that you can be better. I care about you, my brothers. Men, I hope that what I shared today uplifted you. And I hope that you have an awesome, awesome day thinking about this information. And I hope that you make steps toward it. It really is helpful. I know it has helped me. And I just want the best for you. You have a great day and an awesome, prosperous week. Thank you so much for joining me on Morning Brew Time. Have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Well,